Hello to my Virgos. This is Queen Amara coming to you with your general reading. Virgos, the moon has moved into a waxing crescent moon in Capricorn. So for you, this is one of the best lunar energies for your zodiac sign. You and Capricorns are earth signs. And you want to find out what your zodiac sign is in your 6th house. But you also want to find out what your zodiac sign is in your 10th house. What is your calling in life? What is your calling? What were you called to do in life? Y'all are a very meticulous zodiac sign. What were you called to do in life? What were you called to do? Because Capricorn rules 10th house, and 10th house is about career and vocation, right? So, you and Capricorn are both earth signs. So this moon feels natural, supportive, and empowering for you. It brings clarity, discipline, and steady momentum. Steady momentum. If you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. Send everybody lots of love and light. Just remember, scamming activities going on during the holidays, besides locking your credit card after you buy your groceries and going out. I keep trying to help everybody in my own way of like kind of lock down those things. If you're buying groceries, if you just take a second, log into your app, lock that credit card back up. You never know once you swiped it, if somebody is copying your credit card information, lock it up, lock that information up so that you're not finding out when you get a bill in the mail or you see some crazy charges. You know, everybody's not going to know every little thing, but if you're helping other people to see things, then, you know, people are grateful. You know, nobody's perfect on planet Earth. Everybody's not going to catch every little thing. And so a waxing crescent moon in Capricorn in particular, the new beginnings and growing momentum, right? So this phase is all about starting fresh, building energy, getting organized, putting early plans into motion. And so for you Virgos, this feels like clean, focused, motivation returning, okay? That's what it feels like. And so a Capricorn moon boosts Virgo best traits, you know, discipline, practical thinking, organization, long-term planning, responsibility. You know, it makes you feel grounded and in control of something, okay? And in control of something, right? And so what this moon for you means, Virgo, is one, productivity is way up. You may feel more motivated, more disciplined, ready to handle responsibilities, focused on details, eager to start new routines. And this one is one of the most productive moons for your sign, right? Let's start out with set an intention. Let's get this white cards here. Let's set an intention for you all. Because I'm picking up on your energy. You're an earth sign and you all are mutable signs, and you're very detailed, very, very detailed when it comes to specifics about things. When it comes to the specifics about things. All the answers that I need are inside of me, right? All the answers that I need are inside of me. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's the current situation for my Virgos? What's the current situation for my Virgos? Something around money for you all. Something around money and self-worth. Let me see what we got going on here. Something around money and self-worth that you are exposing. Yeah. Somebody is saying that you're talking about them behind their back, right? Somebody is an open enemy, right? The reason why somebody is saying that somebody is stabbing you in the back, right? By talking about something that you may have shared with some people. So you're going to have to be very detailed in what you're talking about so that people are not like, okay, they don't trust you. They don't trust you. They don't, you know, even though you all are perfectionists, something is bringing out a divine masculine energy in you, Virgos. So when you want people to trust you, you're going to have to be specific. Like, because if people could think that you're part of an organization, but they don't know where you fall in that organization, right? And so you love somebody, you love the fact that people can walk away from stuff. You're just like, okay, good, they walking away from stuff, good for them. But somebody needs specific, like, details excuse me, just like you as a Virgo would want details. It's about seventh house, right? Somebody wants details when it comes to some things. But you also got to keep in mind too, depending on what your platform is. We're talking about court. This could be spiritual court that somebody's trying to manifest into physical court, right? You got both sides listening. You got both sides that are listening. So somebody is saying you have all the answers that you need. They're inside of you. All the answers that you need are inside of you. So this is where you go back to sixth house and get real. There it is. Knight of Pentacles here. Somebody is saying that you worked something about what kind of work you do. Like you started from the ground up, like you were raised a particular kind of way, and doing something illegal, some kind of illegal work. Right, you were raised a particular way in a particular environment, right? So you're going to have to get real specific. I would not suggest if you're on social media to get specific on social media. If they take you to court, you ready to go. You really ready to go. You want people to ask you questions. You will be very detailed. Because people are talking about your family being a part of something, being a part of an organization. And they're saying that you were raised up in a particular organization to do illegal stuff. And so you're like, okay, remember, you were raised up in a particular organization. You may not know, unless you're an attorney yourself, you may not know the law. You may not know. I'm not an attorney. I wouldn't know the law about X, Y, and Z, right? So somebody could manipulate that, like, oh, you didn't know this and you didn't know that. If you didn't know, you didn't know. What the heck? So somebody's now saying you walked away from something. So that's the challenge, because they're saying that you're a part of something, or they can prove that you're a part of something. So let me help somebody with this part here. So you could have been a part of an organization that you weren't aware of what their practices were, like a secret organization, a secret society, right? That your own family could have walked you into. Your own family could have walked you into. If that's the case, come with pictures. Come with pictures. Because if your family says, oh, no, we weren't a part. First of all, if your family is a part of something secretly, it's going to show that they were an open enemy to you. So come with pictures. Y'all like the physical, come with pictures. Not something that was doctored. Come with pictures. For example, let's say you have a parent that says, oh yeah, they were part of the organization. We raised them up in that organization. They know all the signs, the signals, the this and that, and so on and so forth. And you don't even know what the heck they talking about. You have no idea. Because one, people are paying attention. You have no idea what they talking about. And you're not trying to pretend like you slow. You for real just don't know what they talking about. Somebody walked you right into an organization. You got 7 here. The polarity to 7 is 4, which would be somebody has an emperor energy. Basically, they're saying something is their way or the highway. So if you won't do it, let's say because you're a hermit, right? If you won't do it, they'll walk you right into it. Because your guards will be dropped when it's with them. So they'll say, oh, and this is how some people do it. We're all at this, you're saying like, oh, you're all at this. Let's say you're at church or something, right? Let's say you're at church or a mosque or temple. And you know how like a lot of churches or whatever will have like, okay, well, we got this activity going on. We got like when they have like the bake sales and y'all know what I'm saying, like bake sales or whatever the case may be. And they may say, oh, so what's over here? What's this? You have no idea what you don't know. You're just following them. Make sure you have pictures. Make sure you have pictures. Somebody took a picture of something. And I know that because of the Knight of Pentacles here, because this is physical evidence of something. You got physical evidence of something, right? Because what I'm picking up on is that you moved on from something. And these 2 swords right here, these 2 swords hung back. They stayed in something. Like this could be anything. This could be a secret society. This could be a fraternity or sorority with a particular chapter, that the chapter needs to be, removed from the whole organization altogether because of their practices. It may not be the entire organization. It could be a particular chapter that's doing something. It could be because what I'm picking up on is it's not the entire organization's practice, whatever this is right here. It is the it is maybe like you see this number 2 right here. It's two parts of your life. It's like 2 parts of something in your life that people are saying you walked away from, and that is something there. The organization is doing something illegal that you weren't aware of what their practices or whatever was, right? So they're saying we have proof that you're a part of an organization, and so what? Take it to court. Let them spend their money and take you to court. Because you ain't hiding from anything, but somebody is lying about you. Somebody is lying about you. So yeah, you want them to go to court because you want to know. You want to know yourself. Shoot, don't you want to know? That's the challenge right there, right? Here's the Moon card. They're talking about something from your past, and people don't know what to believe. Hey, you ready to clear up everything? What? Take you to court for real, and you ain't bluffing. You're not bluffing. You're not playing. Take you to court. This is not I dare you. This is I triple dare you. Take them, tell them to subpoena you. Take you to court. Because somebody's family is lying. Because you ready to put them on display. You ready to put them on display. Your family has been doing stuff for a long time. You got physical evidence that somebody is a part of something. See, when I look at your card, when you taking pictures, somebody's got pictures of something like a call. You got cards like birthday cards or pictures or letters or something that you have in the physical realm. Okay, something in the physical realm that from the past here. That source is saying somebody from your past, there could be a Pisces in your past that is a part of an organization that could be a part of a secret society, right? And you got something in your possession. I'm telling y'all, this is where when you talk about going to court, that causes people a lot of anxiety. Who wants to go to court besides attorneys and judges? Not usually not people normally. They don't want to go to court for whatever. Somebody wants to pull you into court for something and say that you're a part of something that you walked away from that was illegal. You want them to do it. Yeah. Yeah, you want them to. Because they call somebody a nightmare. They call somebody from your past a nightmare. So you ready to fight. You ready to fight. And I'm serious. I'm dead serious. You ready to fight. If they wanted to take you from spiritual court to physical court, you ready to fight. Somebody looked at your second house. Your second house is like, okay, it's not worth it. Basically, somebody's saying it's not worth it. You're not worth it because you're a thing of the past. No. That's what they're saying, Virgos. They're basically, this is what you and somebody have in common. This is you and somebody else. This person right here, whoever this person is, that they said the same thing about their past, y'all ready to go. If y'all got to join forces, if that's the only thing y'all have in common, y'all need to take them to court. Let them serve y'all, because you ain't spending a dime. You ain't spending your money. All the answers that you need are inside of you. What's your strength? Yeah. Queen of compassion, somebody who's not actually faking compassion, somebody who is genuinely compassionate towards people. Somebody will put an end to all that speculation. Yeah, somebody gonna put an end to all that speculation. Somebody was thinking about they hold their secrets. A lot of people have things in their past from their secrets, but some people are not embarrassed by their past. If you didn't know, you didn't know. If you didn't know, you didn't know. So what I'm looking at here is that somebody is almost like nervous of kind of like what could come out in court. Again, embarrassment is a choice. Embarrassment is a choice. But I'm telling you one thing, this other person that you're with would be a nightmare the two of y'all together would be a complete nightmare for an entire organization. See, they're looking at numbers. They're looking at like the size of their organization. This is not the entire organization. What I feel like I'm looking at is a chapter or two chapters within a larger organization is what I'm looking at, because the number 2 is significant here. You and somebody would be a complete and total nightmare. You talking about all hell would break loose for these 2 chapters. These are chapters. They like to blindside people and try to make it seem like somebody is faking being compassionate towards people. That's why I keep trying to tell people it's not always organization. When people join organization, when I hear people doing that online, I'm just like, y'all gotta be careful, because you're talking about entire organizations. It's like saying the entire, that's like basically saying the entire, all Christians are a certain way, or all Jewish people are a certain way, or all Muslims are a certain way. You got to be careful with saying all this. You're talking about 2 chapters within, like 2 locations within a larger organization, right? But they're making the whole organization stick out like a sore thumb because of their activity and how they recruit people. There is an Aries in your family that is an open enemy because they did something in court. And I know that because of the polarity of 7. So they walked you into something that you weren't aware of what you walking into. So they're like, oh yeah, they're part of so-and-so. That's how our family, basically all of our loved ones are a part of something, but you and somebody else are not a part of something. Like, who you talking about all of your family is a part of something? No, y'all not. They don't care if they got pictures or not. Something was so strategically done. This is what this is. Something was so strategically done from your past. People don't really know what to believe. Like, them? They are part of such and such? Yeah, you want something to go to court. You want it to go to court. If somebody's going to accuse you of doing something, you want all of it out on the table. All of it. You want it all out. Because if you're going to have to say, no, you got the right to ask. I don't have to be an attorney to know that. You ain't going to come to court and just ask one person wants it. Everybody that's accusing, you want everybody out. You want everybody out. Put it all out, because you're not operating in the spirit of embarrassment or shame. Somebody in your family who is an Aries, who was impulsive, aggressive, and impatient with something, they were impatient with something around money. This has to do with money. And this is somebody that you left in the past. And so here's the crazy thing about it. Somebody was so impatient with you, something around money, like money wasn't coming fast enough. I'm telling y'all, a whole tower is about to come down on a whole group of people because of these 2 greedy, money-hungry, greedy family members. These are loved ones, supposed to be loved ones. Your love language is totally different from theirs. When I tell you taking all your power back because they got cracks in their stories, these family members got cracks in their stories. Snakes. The scales from your eyes have been removed. This is a Pisces and this is an Aries. Or this is a Virgo and this is an Aries or a Libra. Right? So y'all switch the signs up however y'all want to switch them up. But somebody is saying when somebody else walked away, like you and somebody thought about, y'all was like, wait a minute. They got cracks in their story. Somebody's not telling you everything. Like something is not adding up. The math isn't mathing. Something just doesn't make any sense. Like that analytical mind start going, you start analyzing everything. Something just don't make sense. That's a great question. Great question. You got something, cards, pictures, letters, something you still have in your possession. That's why the cards came out the way that they came out. They're going to be blindsided because they lied about something in the past. And the scales from your eyes have been removed, so now they're trying to project that you're the snake. Okay. Will everybody be hissing then? For real. Like, looking at this right here. Nah. They want to call you a snake, and y'all supposed to be loved ones, and they did this to you behind your back. All right. You darn near begging to go to court because you want them to be exposed for lying about you behind your back. You want them to be exposed. But you need somebody that's going to back you up, because somebody who's not involved in something that like wouldn't know. Like y'all, somebody that you may not talk to, you may have walked away from them yourself, but y'all have so much in common. People like either they talk or they talk to each other. Like, how do they know this? How do they know this? How would they know it? And you having nightmares about something. How are you this detailed that you were having nightmares about something? Because somebody was overwhelmed in this. This is where they want you to be impulsive, because they want you to share everything that you have publicly. I'm just saying, I can't tell what people. I would not share stuff on social media, certain things on social media. You need for them to be shocked in court. That would just be me. I wouldn't share everything on social media. You want them to be shocked in court. I'm talking about shocked. And that's what this is. They're going to say, well, how did you know this information, or how did you get that information, right? Unless, and everything for you is going to be legal. It's not, you're not doing anything illegal, right? So let's say, for instance, somebody sent you a, let's say, for instance, you went to a family event or something like that, and people were doing certain things that you weren't aware of what they were doing before. But when you look back, as your knowledge grew, you start realizing, okay, wait a minute, are they a part of what? Wait a minute, right? Again, that still doesn't make the entire organization bad. It could be a particular chapter of people who are doing illegal practices just for money. Just for money. Like people saying, oh yeah, like trying to align themselves with you to grow their money and their prosperity, but you have no idea. You have no idea what they're doing in secret. The scales from your eyes have been removed about a particular geographical area. Yep. Somebody still hasn't learned. Whoever this Emperor energy is, they still haven't learned. Because somebody is basically like you talking about them behind their back, Virgos. That's what they're saying. They're like, okay, you're the one that's talking about them behind their back, and they want to take you to court because they know you talking about them. That's not necessarily true. Whatever platform you have, it's like you're causing them a nightmare, because now people are starting to pay attention to their practices, right? Why are you making people howl at the moon? Right? And what I'm saying is like, why is something having to do with water? Something having to do with water, right? Because I'm seeing water here and I'm seeing water here. This is a water sign, right? And I'm seeing something right here within an organization. It's showing this as a tent, but it's like it could be a part of like some kind of like indoors somewhere. They think they got away with doing something to someone who is between the ages of 22, because this is a loved one. Somebody between the ages of 22 and 49, like between the ages of 22 and 49, somewhere in that age. They think they got away with something. But your ex had something to do with it. Your ex has something to do with it. And I'm telling you, you and this person getting together is going to expose, y'all going to be their worst nightmare. But you want them to serve you. You want them, since they like sneaking up on people and serving people, you want them to approach you. You want them to serve you. You want to go to court. Because you may be many things, but afraid is not one of them. You're not afraid of it. You're not on a frequency of fear. You're on a frequency of faith. That's right. You're a prayer warrior. And so somebody, they were able to say that somebody got cracks in their story, and who can verify their story. If they never talked to you about something, you had dreams about something, nightmares about something, and you're not trying to trigger this energy, whoever this energy is, because they're over 18. Whoever this energy is over 18. You're not trying to trigger them. How would they know so much detail about something? They had dreams about something, about somebody else. Y'all know how, like, when I talk about like having dreams, and like before you swear up and down that, okay, you had a dream about fish, right? Somebody is pregnant. Somebody may not be pregnant. Somebody could be growing their abundance and prosperity. Or you could have had a dream about snakes, right? Rebirth. Or a dream about anything that, like I said, has a spiritual symbolism. Certain things that you're talking about, you wouldn't know. You would not know, maybe because of your gender, because of your race, because of you don't belong to an organization, you didn't stay long enough to find out, because nobody can answer a question. You're like, okay, I don't want to be a part of something where nobody can answer any questions. Like, y'all too shifty-eyed. What in the world are y'all? Something is going on when somebody was so secretive for you, it just didn't sit well with you. You like, nah, nope. Yeah, you should be asking questions, very detailed questions. I would. I want to know. You're going to put me in something that's secret and I can't ask questions. Because that's what I'm going to do. Walk right away from you and you can tell whoever, whatever. So the influences on you, yeah, is someone who is financially independent. Because why are you having nightmares about something that you walked away from, that something either almost happened to you or didn't happen to you? Like something could have almost, but it didn't happen to you. You walked away and people are saying there's cracks in your story. Okay, and you had a dream about something. Dreams can be like, dreams can be confusing because you don't know what to believe. Like, okay, did this really happen? And who did it happen to? Because if you feel like it didn't happen to you, or if it happened to you, you may have lost memory or something. Something could have happened, but somebody wants to blindside you. They blindsided somebody else and acted like they were being compassionate towards them in a situation. Y'all know what I feel like? I feel like something is about to completely blow up. That's what I feel like. I feel like a tower is about to happen. That's what I feel like. A tower is about to happen. Looking at the cards, because somebody's past is about to be exposed. And again, like I said, I feel like somebody was trying to recruit somebody. They had no idea what was happening. Yep. You and somebody else. They were trying to recruit you and somebody else. You had no idea what was going on behind your back. This water right here lets me know that people could have been like secretly recording you, secretly doing all kinds of stuff to you, trying to cause you a nightmare. So if you were to walk away from them, guess what? They can say that you were a part of an organization. Go ahead and call it out. You ain't afraid. You're not embarrassed or ashamed. Listen, let them serve you. This the day you want to go to court. For real. Let them show everything that they secretly recorded. Everything. Because some things, looking at your cards here, you're not going to remember every little thing, but somebody really is trying to catch you in a lie about something. That's what this is right here, because somebody already said that you were a snake. But really, the way I describe snake energy is the duality of it, is that you could have, the scales from your eyes could have been removed. Like, it's like working in an organization where they're saying, okay, there's expectations in your organization, like your job. When I was in the government, they would say, okay, you have to meet, like, what is it? I forgot. Meet, exceed. Like if your manager gave you like expectations or say, okay, they want these projects done by a certain date or whatever, you could either have be a met or an exceed or whatever. which would determine your raise, like the percentage of your raise that you would get, right? And so somebody was secretly doing secretly recording everything that you were right behind your back, just doing everything sneakily behind your back to say that you were part of something. So if they were to pull you into court, they would be your worst nightmare. No, it's two sides of that. Now you're going to be theirs. It's two sides of it. And by the way, this is a family member. This is a loved one. It's not a stranger. This is a loved one. Like this is either an Aries or a Libra. This is either an Aries, a Libra, a Pisces, or Virgo. And they're low vibrational, not high vibrational zodiac signs, right? But this tent right here is how they walked you into something. This is how somebody walked you into something. Oh, let's see what's in here. You know, like if you had let's see what's in here. Let's see what this is all about. Let's see what's at this table. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on there. But they're going to say they had nothing to do with X, Y, and Z. I had nothing to do with any of that. They okay. Anyway. Some three energies are saying you're talking about them behind their back. Somebody's saying you're talking about them behind their back. Like I said, you're talking about low vibrational, high vibrational, right? So some energies are now saying you're talking about them behind their back because they are all mothers, right? They're all nurturers, right? That's what they're saying, because Cancer connects us with the mother and money sign of the zodiac, right? But it's what they're nurturing. It's what they're nurturing. And that's what Source is trying to tell you, is that this card came out on top, here. This came out after this card. It could have fallen, it didn't fall on top, but it came out after here. And so they nurture money. That's what they nurture. They whoever this is, all they nurture is money, right? So they will put somebody in a toxic environment because all that matters to them is money. So if you walked away from something, they would say that you were a part of something. You were working with them, right? Again, you would have to be on a particular frequency. So you have to get detailed, like providing a timeline. They want to bring judgment down on you, right? Because they're all band together, basically saying we're all together with the same story. You got your story straight. It wouldn't matter if they got their story straight, crooked, sideways, back, forwards, or whatever. You don't have nothing to do with any of them. And all it would take is for you to get your lips together and start talking to somebody who don't have anything to do with them either. Because they are obsessed with banding together. We're all mothers, and they don't know what's going to, what it costs to, raise a family. All this, child, whatever. How about going to get a regular job? Here's the outcome. Yeah. Put an end to something. You can put a manhole cover over the glass, child, whatever. Somebody is basically saying, like, okay, so this right here, a lot of people read cards online, right? And so that's what I'm saying. Don't put everything on social media, like what you do for your job, your work, or whatever. You want them to take you to court because they want to say, okay, well, this is what they want to talk about. Your job. They want to talk about, like, you walked away from your job. You walked away from a geographical location, right? And I know that because of the moon card. You started believing in your dreams. Whatever your north node is putting an end to something. That's what I tell people. Hey, put an end to something. They're saying that you're talking about them behind their back. Too many people got the same thing in common. Too many people got the same thing in common. You already put an end to something. You can put a manhole cover over the past. These three was obsessed with dragging you down into something. So go ahead and ascend higher. Somebody worked on that Chiron. It's very clear that somebody worked on that Chiron, because these people talking about somebody talking about them behind their back. Oh, this person, because you wanted a better life for yourself, right? This is you. You wanted a better life. Three of Wands is like basically like you took a leap of faith. You wanted a better life for you and possibly your family, right? This is what I'm seeing here. So you and somebody else. It could have been like you and a child, or you and a parent, or you and somebody, you and a spouse. Y'all could have wanted a better life for yourself. This is what you have in common with somebody. And your family is basically like, if they're caught up into something illegal that's getting them in court, they're saying that you're a part of something too, when you may not be a part of anything. I don't even see that you're a part of something, so whatever. Child, family members need to stop playing stupid. Here you have the Empress card. Yeah, so you're growing your abundance and your prosperity, because this is you right here. And you expose their demons. You expose their demons. Somebody is literally, the devil is a liar, right? And so the devil card also symbolizes like lust. It also symbolizes like restrictions and all of this. So many people had the same thing in common, that no matter what you say, these energies are going to say that you're talking about them, or you're talking about their family. So many people had the same thing in common, but actually you're talking about two. It could be the number 2 symbolizes peace. There was 2 areas of your life that could have been disrupting your peace. It could have been an organization. It could have been chapters within an organization. You're not talking about the entire organization, obviously. Like you're not, you ain't talking about an entire organization. It could be 2 chapters within an organization. It could be 2 departments within a company. Like for instance, there's this funny meme on Instagram where this guy, somebody is coming into a building, getting ready to interview for a job, and this is just a meme, and there's a guy hanging a sign out the window, basically like run, don't apply for a job at this company, right? He could be talking about his department, but maybe he's being in that department was so bad and traumatic for him, he's like, don't apply. This is the whole company, right? There are people who are smart enough, they're not lumping everybody within an organization into some things, right? Some people are smart enough. Some people have, so it's 2 situations. Like that would be like you saying, saying the whole area where you moved them is just horrible. How is the whole area where you haven't lived everywhere where you came from, where it's 2 areas of your life that you walked away from, that these 2 are hollering. They like hit dogs that holler. And they got their friends. You got to remember, we're talking about 11th house. These 2 right here, like 2 Roman numerals, right? So 11th house. So they get people to team up with people, get their alliances on board. Anybody that they're connected with to find out, like they're going out here doing investigative work on your past. Okay, we all got to get our story straight, and we banding together to come up against Virgo, just in case Virgo, if we can talk, if they say anything, gang stalking online, just child, whatever, doing the most. You don't operate in fear. The devil is a liar. You're a prayer warrior. Child, they talking about they gang stalked you. They talked about this about you behind your back. You would have thought that you were saving them, like you was their savior. But they have a savior complex. Somebody has a savior complex, telling everybody that they were saving you from yourself. Right. Well, we didn't force them to join. Join what? Join the circus? Because that's what it looks like, a circus tent. It's something scared. Something under that tent scared the devil out of somebody. It's you versus you. You don't have any competition. Yeah, your enemy's playing backfire. Child, please. Anyway, get focused. Should you double back for them? Your laughter is medicine. Your well of joy is within you. Take your time to decide. Journal your journey. You're a star. Close out the cycle in love. Stars recognize stars. Yeah. Don't forget that rest is a form of self-care. Somebody was talking about you and somebody else behind their back. It could have been you and an Aquarius behind your back. Bullying you all because Taurus rules second house. And now, okay, so you got 2 and 5 is 7. So, and then Leo's rule 5th house. So somebody could have been working with a Leo to bully you. And when I say a particular sign, I'm talking about a low vibrational one, not high vibrational, okay? Because I would speak it's very different between a high vibrational Virgo and a low vibrational Virgo, high vibrational Pisces, low vibrational Pisces. Y'all get the whole point. But somebody walked you right in a high vibrating Aries versus a low vibrating Aries, right? And so, or in the other signs as well. But you put an end to all of the speculation about something. Like people... Root chakra clans, you got to the root of something. There's another Virgo that's involved in something. That's at the root of somebody's family aligned with another Virgo, right? To invite you to something, right? Because see how this person walked away from something? They got another Virgo to invite you back to something so you can come back to this tent right here or whatever this organization was. They wanted to, so they'll be like, okay, we got something for you. We can pay you. Basically, like we got work for you. That's how they wanted to invite somebody back. We got work for you because we secretly know that they need a job, right? How would they know that you may have walked away from your job? Because who they were aligned with. You are protected by angels. Listen, these people need to sit down. Don't cast your pearls before swine. You are who they prayed for. Adjust your crown. Heal people move differently. You ain't talking about nobody behind their back. Matter of fact, looking at this right here, whoever you are, so yeah, they're planning to disrupt your money, backfired. Whoever you are, that's why I keep trying to tell people, answer the call on your life. It's going to help so many people when you answer the call on your life. They had to get another Virgo. You're a Virgo, and people know how meticulous Virgos are. Somebody had to get another Virgo, but that's Virgo. You could be a high vibrating Virgo, and they are low vibrating Virgo. Like they got low self-esteem. They take everything on that somebody, if somebody says, oh, somebody look better than them, they'll take that to heart. They'll try to look like the person. Like literally, everything, whatever. Like I said. And I'm talking about they weren't born to look like the person. They would try to morph into that person in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So somebody was basically saying, okay, you're talking about, they would try to get the dark side of a sign to come up against the high vibrational of the same sign to come up against each other. To say somebody's talking about somebody behind their back. Y'all get the point. Somebody basically saying, oh, you're causing them a nightmare because you're so meticulous and you're so detailed and you're so clear. Because it would be easy if you were to say, if you were very vague, right? Because you're so overwhelmed, you said something and you were very vague. Like that whole organization is a bunch of demons. That's what somebody wanted you to say. They wanted you to say, that entire organization is a whole organization of demons. Now you going straight to the top and people are like, now you got the attention of people all the way at the top. You smart enough. First of all organization. Anyway, don't even give it any energy. Speak something into existence. Oh my God. That's what I have for you. That is what I have for you. It's these two organizations. I'm trying to tell you, it's these two. They're either two departments that really just need to go away. Like the company, or if it's a company and the company's like, these two departments are really costing us a lot legally. They're costing us a lot. Like you could have two chapters within an organization that could be costing the whole organization. Y'all see what I'm talking about, like online, when you're talking about people who are like trying to pledge or whatever. You can have 2 chapters within the organization that makes the entire organization look bad, doing outdated practices and stuff like this. Make the whole organization look bad. Like, how would you know certain things? Because some of these things are still going on, and they're basically dirtying up the entire organization. When people are trying to get better, people are like, no, I want to be a part of that organization. They doing this, that, and the other, and they will put all that stuff on social media. Oh, they're a bunch of this and that. You don't want to be a part of this and that. Source is trying to help you to say, okay, what exactly did you see in a dream? Who did you see? Could you make out any faces? Like, said, let's start there. Like, was it, who is it? Somebody in your family that was a part of something? Where exactly were they? When you could tell something, when they walked away from something, that you could see, like, see this person right here, they look like they're scared in their eyes. Like something, were they crying? Did they seem like they were overwhelmed? Did something like, anyway, yeah, Father of Knives. Yeah. Somebody come from a father that be like, cut him off. like basically, like, if you walk away from something and somebody is exposing your secrets or whatever the case may be, like let's say somebody, they say they love you and they start exposing your secret, cut them off. Hey, I agree with that. Because they never really loved you. That's not your love language, talking about people behind their back. Somebody that you say that you love. And that's not speculation. Like, you heard them say your name. Like, your name. Like, let's say your name is Virgo. Like, somebody says, oh, yeah, Virgo, whatever, they're accusing you of something. Virgo such and such and such and such. Because Virgo, like, they got your name, like your birth name, what's your government name. They got your name, talking about your name in court. Because Virgo is this and Virgo is that. Walk away. Don't say another word to them. Take all your power back. Leave them with their cracks in their story. Yeah, somebody has a father that would tell you, like, just cut them off. Don't even give them no energy. And somebody mastered that. Yeah. So adjust your crown. So somebody is taking notes. Somebody is taking notes of like how quickly you're cussing. You're just too high vibrational. You just cut them off. They don't want you back and you don't want them back. Somebody sitting there with a gun in their hand and a Bible in another hand. Child, what? What in the world? You don't want to be a part of whatever they're a part of, because it's not an entire organization. I'm telling y'all, it's either 2 departments, 2 chapters. It's 2 something that caused you that disrupted your peace so much so at first, if you were looking at it like that defines an entire organization. But then you start thinking about it, like going back to your man analyzing stuff, like, you know, too many people that you moved on from. This is why you took the majority of your power with you. You and somebody else, y'all just moved on from something, right? You and somebody else moved on from something. You're like, no, because it's 2 sides of the sword. It's 2 sides of the sword. Everybody's not going to think everybody is, you know. Yeah, so I'm saying financial independence for you. Yeah. Somebody wanted to end your money because they see that you mastered something. This what this is, Virgo. Somebody see that you mastered whatever it is, whatever industry that you're in. You're an accountant, you mastered that, like you at the top or whatever. You mastered something, and somebody really wants you to be a part of something, right? But it's, like I said, it's 2 energies that feel like they see you as competition, Virgos. This is where this fire comes in. They see it friction. It's like being a part of an organization that somebody was in charge of something at first, and then here you come, the fresh new energy in it that you can actually, you're mover and shaker within the organization, and people are like, oh, who they are. They younger. They this and that. They only want somebody who looks a certain way. So somebody sees you as competition. That's where the fire comes in. But other people see you as like, yeah, they coming in shaking stuff up. They're not doing stuff the same old way stuff was done. They shaking stuff up. right? Somebody sees you as a mover and a shaker, and they want to align themselves with you because they see financial independence. They see that you're a good steward over whatever your money is. You're not out here doing all kinds of crazy stuff for money. Child, I was going to say something else in the reading, but never mind. Child, never mind. Ooh, child. Here we have Daughter of Knives. Yep, here we have Ace of Knives. Ace of Knives. Daughter of Sticks, Ace of Knives. And then here we have Miss Ida here. Somebody is High Priestess energy. You're High Priestess, you're Light High Priestess, yeah. And you're Light High Priestess because you don't need to be familiar, like meaning that you don't have to know, like you don't have to be in close proximity to know. People know you're a Light High Priestess because you're confident in see this moon right here? You're confident in what you see in your dream, and you're structured enough to put it together. Like it's very structured and authoritative. Like, okay, you had a dream about this and you'll wait on source. You're not impulsive. You'll wait on source and say, okay, source, what does this mean? What does that mean? Lead me to this book. Show me what this color means, this sign means. Like you're open to learning. That's what this is. You're open to learning. And these two organizations, one is about money and one is about violence. That's what this is. They'll do anything for money, and one is about violence. And people are taking note. They're like, okay, this one they did what? Because some other people, not you, other people have told on these energies. People who have been a part of something, they had to do this, that, and the other. And here you come, Light High Priestess, not even a part of these energies, or you weren't in something for a long time. You describing stuff as if you have been like a member of something for a really, really long time. The way you describing stuff. Like, how would you know that kind of stuff? And these energies are mad. When I say mad, so you have a lot of inner strength. Because they was waiting to pounce on something. Somebody could have light eyes. A Leo could be of significance to somebody. Child, somebody's trying to heavily recruit you. But they're going to have to be very, very specific because you don't do secret nothing. If somebody trying to recruit you secretly, they're going to have to come right out with a ta-da. They're going to have to tell you everything. Like, what's what? Because somebody is tired of walking away from it, because you pick up on a particular air, and you're like, okay, something ain't right about such and such. Something is not right about. So yes, it's two sides of it. Somebody gonna need you to be in your divine masculine energy. Like somebody gonna have to be very detailed. If they want you to be a part of something, or you want them to be a part of something, it's gonna have to be okay. Sit down and get out a notepad, because some people got some questions. Yeah, Son of Coins. Yeah, somebody's sun shows somebody's birth chart, right? But that ain't gonna be enough. Somebody gonna have to talk to somebody face to face. Forget the birth chart stuff, because that's one thing. Yeah, somebody feel like they know somebody from their birth chart. That's just one aspect of you. Yeah, but somebody really don't want you to be a part of the entire organization, because they don't like you. They don't want you. You don't want to have anything to do with them. They don't want to have anything to do with you, right? Because that's what they do. They get a bunch of, like, try to find out people's skeletons in their closet to use things against people. But no, you know, they're skeletons too. And guess what? You can talk about it in depth and never been anywhere near them. Not really, you've never been to their house. You've never been around them, no nothing. You know they're skeletons too. That's why they don't like you. Because you for real, you the real deal. You're a real light high priestess. So, 10 of baskets here. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't just looking at a birth chart. You're not just looking at a birth chart. That's why somebody's just saying you just talking about people behind their back. That's what they got you and somebody like, okay, oh, they just talk about people behind their back. You ain't talking about people behind their back. You talking about what you having downloads about, whether it's daydreams, night dreams, something you could have saw in the movie, heard about, whatever. But how are you so meticulous about it? Certain things you're not supposed to know. It's supposed to be a secret. And this energy right here, at this 9 of sticks right here, on this particular hoodoo deck right here, got so many skeletons in their closet for the stuff that they did to be a part of something, that the fact that you're so spot on with your spiritual gifts, they like, oh, that is sending them to a whole new level of anger. Like, child, I'm surprised their head is not smoking. That's how mad somebody that's how mad somebody is. They mad. Ooh, child, they are upset. Child, they are upset, child. I don't know who this is. See you as competition. What in the world? They do not want you and somebody to talk. Let's see what else we got going on here. See, because when your back was pressed up against the wall with something, you went into prayer time. And you're disappointed. Here's what the disappointment is for you is whoever this is think that you were talking about them behind their back. That's a disappointing part, because somebody think that you were being shady towards them behind their backs. This is somebody's family. Somebody thought that when you were trying to offer something, like trying to offer some help. So again, some of this I won't even put in on this right here. I'm not even put in the reading here. This is the disappointing part, that you could have been trying to offer somebody some help because you knew something, when you feel like your back was against the wall, that somebody was around the light, somebody's son was around a den of snakes, right? So I'm gonna leave some of what else I'm seeing here in the reading. But in case these energies think they're going to cause you a nightmare when it comes to something, there's some people who are smart enough to know it's not an entire organization. It's just set parts of organizations that are... Yeah, somebody's back is against the wall. Because what their family member did. I was going to make reference to a movie, but never mind. Never mind. Let's see what else we have here before we close this out, Virgos. Somebody don't like you and you don't like them. And this is a family member, by the way. Y'all feel the same way about each other. Yeah. And they mad. Red connects us with Mars, and it also connects us with Tuesday. So stay focused on karmic couples on Tuesdays. Right? Somebody's trying to come in like somebody is very aggressive. Somebody is very, very aggressive. It's a karmic couple. They're both aggressive in the way that they talk to somebody when they come in the house, right? So, because somebody's son is connected to some snakes, so they're very aggressive with somebody's son when their son comes in the house, because a family got involved and used a girl to lure a young man or something into something, like they like to study people's birth charts. So as soon as they come in the house, they're very aggressive, with this energy. But somebody is enlightened. Somebody's enlightened through their gifts. That's why they cut both of these dingbats off. That's just why they cut both of these dingbats off. And so they're afraid. They are, you know, constantly wanting to pull somebody into court. You think somebody's afraid to go into court against these people? Absolutely not. You're not afraid to go into court against these energies. Because you got something that it's gonna be their worst nightmare. You got something that's gonna be their worst nightmare. And they know it. At least one of them in this couple right here knows it. That's why they waiting for you to say their name or saying something where they feel like, okay, well, I can't stop it now. They said it, so I guess I have no choice. Right? You're enlightened. 11, 11. 8 and 3 is 11. And then you got 11 right here. You're 11. The number 11. So you're dealing with another Virgo. You actually were dealing with two Virgos. You walked away from a Virgo, right? You walked away from a Virgo, right? Or in your case, it could be two Aquarius. In your case, it could be two Aquarius, because we're talking about this water right here. No, is this water or air? Yeah, this is air. Hold on. Let me just triple check here. Because basically somebody's like, okay, they give this air, you give this air, like, this is what you have in common. People are like, because you all are ruled by Mercury, they're basically saying you give this air. They've studied you enough. See this moon right here? Right? Somebody studied you enough, or at least they think they studied you enough. Let's say during certain moon phases is when you're going to talk, right? It's like when you're going to talk about people. So they're like a day ahead. Like, so let's say, okay, so today, if you're watching this video, it's Monday, right? And Mars connects us with Tuesday, right? You can find all this information out online if you want to. What fate? Where's the moon? So this is a waning crescent moon. Yeah, so you're just dealing with people who like to study people's moon phases to see, you know, like if they're going to talk about somebody behind their back. You're dealing with people who deal with dark magic, dark moon magic. So somebody is, last time we had a waning crescent moon in the last cycle, which is like the end of the last, you know, like towards the third quarter, like third quarter. Where was the moon? Okay, yeah. This is a waning crescent moon right here, right? So yeah, it would have been when the moon was in Virgo, Libra, Scorpio of, you know, like the last one we had was like the middle part of November. Right after the last quarter moon. So somebody's like, okay, as you're closing out cycles, you're going to be talking about people behind your back, right? You're going to be talking about people behind their back, right? But listen, see these right here? This person is by themselves, right? They're trying to see whether you're with somebody or you're becoming somebody making you familiar with something, right? Because they want to say, oh, they align with this person. So this person is telling them stuff and they're both talking about us behind our back. That's what this organization is saying. But that's not the case at all. You really are a light high priestess. Your intuition really is that good. Like, you spend enough time by yourself. You could have been, I mean, it's a whole lot of reasons why. So yeah, you're cutting ties. Somebody is cutting ties with this, I want to say it's a fire sign. Yeah, somebody's cutting sign with a fire sign and a Scorpio. Because what they did to make somebody cry, you don't want to be a part of it, because you're like, that's not what the organization stands for. That's what you're saying. That's not what the organization stands for. So you're the one that's making an executive decision to cut ties with them, because they expose their own demons. They started out saying somebody was talking about them behind their back, but then of course you had to be meticulous and say, okay, is somebody talking to somebody? Are they around some people that's giving them some secret information? Like, how would they know certain things? That's how you know whether somebody is, like I said, a familiar spirit or somebody who is really, really relying on their gifts. They're going in with source, right? So yeah. So somebody is very structured and authoritative. And that's what you want. That's what you're trying to expand with. That's what I have for you. Let me see if there's anything else here. Yeah, you and your loved ones are safe. Somebody has a moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. All right. Yeah, you're going to be safe to walk away from something. We have a moon in Pisces at the end of this cycle. Not the end of this cycle, but first quarter moon. First quarter moon kicks off on the 28th of November, which is the same day, the last day for Saturn retrograde. Yeah, but you and your loved ones are safe. Whoever has a moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe, because somebody was swearing up and down you was talking about them behind their back. So somebody just wanted you to specify, like, are you talking about an entire organization? Are you talking about 2 areas? Like, what 2 such and such are you talking about? 2 people, 2 places, 2 things? Like, specify. And that's tricky, because if you're calling people out by name, yeah, somebody gonna like, okay, prove it. I got all these people backing me up, such and such, such and such. But no, you're smart enough to know, hey, it's not always, it's not everybody within. But yeah, you're cutting ties with some energies, because it's something. That's what I have for you. All right, bye.